Coughing, sniffling, congested. At CVS, we know that when you're not feeling well, relief is the only thing that matters. Get support for your symptoms and more from CVS. Save on relief support today. Restrictions apply. See cvs.com/weekly ad for details.
That just happens. I mean, Theron might do that. D&D is very handy capable. A lot of available prosthetics in D&D, or wheelchairs. You can get battle wheelchairs. Wow. Oof. You know, it might. That's definitely a question. No, that's canon. That is canon. Oh, there's the floating disc. He can get the floating disc at all times. That'd be actually really cool. See, handy capable game. Always gotta jump through hoops to get this audio working right.
He would be so mad. He talks about things happen.
He ran with Theron and things happen. Okay, let's see.
Random question while we wait. Do y'all use Rakuten? Do y'all buy stuff online?
Use what? I don't know what that is. Like how you started to go on this whole thing. So what is it? I'm not cutting it off, but feel free to give the plug. You can plug them. I'm interested. I mean, you know, of the 20 people who will watch, I'm not sure how many will, you know, get it.
So basically, it's a cashback site. Like, literally, all you do is like absolutely. So if you're on like your actual computer, you can just like get the plug-in or whatever, and it'll alert you if they're working with that site. But like, they literally work with like thousands and thousands of retailers. So if you shop through them, like you get cash back like for free. They send you checks quarterly. And
Wow.
it's literally like the prices aren't any different, nothing like that. Like it's basically just like kind of like a referral site. And cashback varies. Like most of the time, it's like 2%, but like it can go up to like I'm looking at something right now. It's like 15%.
I'm here, by the way. Sorry.
Hey, Greg.
No, Greg.
I'm in here plugging Rakuten for future sponsorship. But yeah, like a lot of stuff like Target, like Chris, lots of baby sites like I'd say like Carter, stuff like that.
No, Chris needs toddler sites now.
Young
Yeah,
boys.
right. I'm sorry.
Whoa. That's the stream. If they're not paying us for this, we not getting it.
That's why I said, Greg, that's why I said on time you would have known that we let that go already, man.
Right, exactly.
I'm not gonna be a part of this. I'm closing out. Tell me when y'all
Pack your shit and get out.
Yeah. But yeah, like Target, Walmart, like all those. And it's literally free money. Like I've been using it for like years and years, but I was just depositing a check, so I thought I'd ask. Genuinely surprised that y'all don't know about it, but yeah.
So for years, we could have all been eating on this, and you just kept it to
Yeah.
yourself.
I'll send y'all my referral, what you call it.
Yeah, Michelle got
And
like
actually, every time
$150
you
one
refer to
time.
one, like I think you have to spend, like when I send you a link, I think you have to spend like $30 on your order. but they give you $30 like automatically to your account for cash back. So whenever they send you a check, it'll be whatever you actually earn plus $30. But yeah, I'll send y'all my referral link in the chat.
Yeah, definitely do that.
But highly recommend. Especially like holiday season and stuff, like you can come up with like hundreds of dollars because then they really run like high promotions like 10% cash back and stuff like that. Yeah, you can. It's yeah. Okay, that's all.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Rakuten, give us some money now. Give us
Yeah,
cash
but they
back
have
on that
if you
promotion.
shop on your phone, they have an app on the phone you can go through. But like I said, Greg, you missed it. They also have like plug-in for web browser.
Greg don't know what a plug-in is. Michelle, stop playing around.
They also
Sorry,
like
I'll
coupon codes if you,
Have it?
especially if you're using it on like a web browser.
See, I told you Greg don't know what a plug-in is. Yo, I just said this shit.
That's how right you were.
Yo.
You know I'm joking. Nah, we had to use the plugin for Netflix Party at first.
Okay. All
You
right.
refuse to use it?
No,
He's getting it.
I was joking. Sometimes it's fun to just go along with this, and then I just gotta stop y'all. I'm like, hold up now.
Well,
All right.
last time on the Shadows Echo.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Misfits continued on their trip on the Dreadnought's pleasure cruise as they made their way to intercept Azrael, who was taking a voyage on the Cloud Scraper, the ship belonging to Captain Devilbite. Azrael is on her way to Evanwood. Huh?
Sorry, Brian. I just realized Rakuten, those are the people who sponsor Barcelona.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a huge conglomerate. That's all I'm saying. You might see Rakuten for other things too, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. Sorry.
You know, they're not paying us, guys. You guys mentioned it a few times, but...
Anyway, go ahead.
I was like, no, we're cutting it there. That's too many plugs. Too many plugs. Continuing your trip, Azrael's heading to Evanwood to try to awaken the red dragon that's there. And the Misfits are trying to intercept with the ambitions of killing Azrael and ending the threat of any further dragons or giants waking up. We spent last session with the Misfits scrying on both Azrael and Vezeric, formulating a plan, solidifying some ideas. Mir finishing his synthetic star plasm, getting 20 vials of that of various abilities. The crew had a intervention for X, which ultimately proved to show that he is not an addict on spice just yet, but the group was concerned by his actions. Ended up being a bit of a ruse that between him and Myers, there was a bit of a miscommunication, then a ruse, then a lot of choices made that led to things. But everyone is fine. Everyone made it through. Assad had a conversation with Samson about the future and what they're planning to do and Jilla Veston plans. And trying to think of any other big things that happened. A lot of the session was taken up with the planning once again, which is insanely important. I forgot to make your accelerators, Samson, but I will do that. So keep in mind you have your accelerators. If you go to your inventory, you can just create the item yourself. It just won't have all the bells and whistles yet.
All right.
But it'll at least be there so you can see it in your inventory and know it exists and how many you have. I think that really was the meat of last session. Is there anything anyone wants to bring up that I'm leaving out? We did roll for today's travel, as it were, and it's going to be a regular day of travel. You won't go any faster, but you won't go any slower. So you are now 4 days away from intercepting Azrael.
Kevin again.
Okay. I will point out that the intervention attempt did lead to a hug between Solora and X as he reached out to him to let him know that whatever he's going through, they are there for him and are welcome to talk whenever he's ready.
Very important. Very important.
It is actually very important. The nonsense of it did lead to character growth. Because it's character growth. It's the group growing closer, you know? It's the little things, little nuggets.
X, I just want to go back up to the top. Look out, crow's nest.
Oh, we're just recapping right now. Let's hold on for future plans. I'm trying to see if we left anything out. The recap.
At the end of it, we agreed we would discuss we would do the lore dump.
Yes. Correct. It was decided once again, probably 2 sessions in a row now, that there will be a focus on legend lore and information sharing at large between the group, as you are 4 days away from the coming conflict, and any little thing could help. You never know. But we will pick it up in the morning. Everyone has gotten a full night's rest. You wake up at your own accord. And, of course, Samson will make his way to the galley, as it were, to do his shift change routines with woman whose name I have written down. Nella. X, you are doing something at the crow's nest.
Yeah, I just want to go back to the second crow's nest, or the one in the middle, so I can collect the spice that I hid there yesterday. I go look under the rope.
Okay, you go up there. It's currently being manned by a goblin woman. She has bottle cap glasses, and a crossbow. And as you come up, she looks at you. Lose something under the rope?
Yeah, I was up here yesterday. You didn't happen to see anything, did you?
No. I was off yesterday. You're gonna want to talk to old Metal Mouth.
You know where I can find Metal Mouth?
It's probably in the galley. Tavern. He likes to pretend to eat. It's interesting.
You said what?
He likes to pretend to eat.
What's up with his Metal Mouth? Is that why?
He's a warforged. He's metal.
You know, I was in such a rush yesterday when I was up here. That's how I lost something. I'm gonna go head to his way. Thank you.
All right, cool story, bro. Yeah, you make your way down into the galley where you see Samson and Nella. What are you performing today for shift change, Samson? You are muted if you're talking.
What's that song? Shallows.
From what you call it? Man, you keep going heavy for the shift change.
Okay, hold on. Let me
How's that? No, it's a great song. It's an amazing duet. It's an amazing song. But would you want to hear that when you wake up in the morning? Yeah. Okay. So we will say Solora is in there amongst the people enjoying Shallows.
I'll do a more upbeat tune on my guitar.
That makes it creepy, I think.
That's not it.
I'll just do regular Shallows.
Okay, so
Far from the shallows now.
you and Nella are having this moment. Like it's you're bringing down the house. Everyone's quiet, hanging on every word, leaning forward in the chairs. It was impressive and heartwarming. And once again, the half-orc Hargren is almost brought to tears. X, you see Metalmouth sitting at the table. One of the tables, he has in front of him a plate of something, and he's just scooping it in his mouth and chewing, swallowing, and continuing on. Just observing the room.
I walk up to him, take a seat gently. Hey, Metalmouth. That's your name, right? Yeah. Hey, Metalmouth. How you doing?
Are you functioning better today?
Much better. Had a nice 4 hours of sleep. Did some meditation. Feel renewed.
I do find that your kind needs more than 4 hours a day. Are you different?
Oh. Yeah, so monks, I've trained myself to be able to get a full night's rest in only 4 hours. It's through much meditation and training that I'm able to accomplish this feat.
That is interesting. I am glad you are well.
I can show you how to do this at some time. Might take you to a higher Warforge plane.
I do not rest, but thank you.
Learn something new every day. But hey, since you don't rest, just want to know if you might have caught or saw something on the crow's nest that I might have left under some ropes.
He leans forward. I assume you mean your drugs.
My medicine, yes.
I do find when you all are embarrassed about your drug use, you call it simple things like medicine or candy or daddy's special drink.
Daddy's what?
Special drink.
Would you like one of my special drinks?
I do not drink, but thank you.
Okay, it's a lost one. Ask the bartender, taught him how to make it. It's an amazing beverage. But yeah, so my do you have it by any chance?
They're at a table to the side. Based on the general, Sadson just brought down the house with Nella again, so there's like a little. It's kind of loud in the tavern right now, so no one can be heard outside of their tables at the moment.
Good for you, Greg. You about to get played by everybody.
Metalmouth reaches into a pocket and pulls out your spice and kind of palms it to you. And he says, I also find that your kind don't like to be seen with their drugs.
Well, before he does that, as he tries to palm it to me, I try to I shake his hand like we're about to do a drug deal. And I grab it. I'm like, it's something that I would like to keep a little discreet, yes.
Well, you'll be glad to know I stopped 2 of your compatriots from finding it when you left the crow's nest. Hiding it under rope when there's only rope on the crow's nest wasn't very wise.
Still confused at how they even knew I was on that crow's nest. But, that's another story for metagaming.
I believe they simply computed on the odds. It is the closest one to the ladder. It was fastest to check the one closest to them first and then move to the others afterwards.
Nice explanation, DM. But no. Metalmouth, I do appreciate it. If there's anything I could do for you while I am on the ship, please let me know. And I assure you, I do not have a habit with this drug.
I make no judgments. I find all of your kind has habits, whether it be food or drink or music or sleeping, which I hear you need, but still seems odd to me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And he goes back to spooning food into his mouth. All right. What's the rest of the misfits doing?
All right, so.
Assad.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Mhm.
So aside listening to the song and clap your hands when it's over, go walk outside. You hear me?
Yeah, it's a little choppy, but I can hear you.
Alright. So I guess when I get outside, I pull out my speaking stone for Caldor,
Okay.
and I'll say like, "Hello, Caldor. Good morning." Well, hello, Caldor.
There's a few moments you get. Hello, Assad. How are things?
Things are okay. Is it morning where you're at?
I'm actually about to settle down for bed.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So don't mean to. Well, I thought it'd be somewhat morning or day, but I do need to speak to Toad about a few things. So whenever you can get in contact with her the next day, you could tell her that.
I will let her know. As you know, she will decide whether or not she'll reciprocate that. I will leave the stone with her, though. See what we can get accomplished there.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Oh, how are things your end?
Oh, things are fine, Assad. We are continuing construction on the new city. We expanding our research into the Atom Project. Things are going well there as well. And I think we're making progress trying to shift out the spy. Ambassador Runica is being quite helpful in the matter.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds like everything's going well. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you. Have a good night.
All right. Be well, Assad.
All right, thank you. Well,
Click.
I'll go back inside and, sit with everyone and eat breakfast.
Okay. Actually, are you rejoining breakfast or are you going somewhere else?
I'll rejoin breakfast.
Okay. So the group at large has their morning breakfast. Samson casts telepathic bond as he usually does at breakfast.
I want to make it clear that Midas comes up after Samson plays for the crowd again. He does not know Samson's playing for the crowd in the morning.
You're missing it every time. So once again, you mosey in. Samson getting like pats in the back and people like giving him cheers and things, and you just never know why. You just think he's charismatic, I guess. Some people like wiping tears from their eyes as you walk in. They're walking out like, so beautiful.
Oh, Samson.
Kind of just humming.
Playing music or something.
In the shallows. As they're walking out, trying to get on the tune.
So, what's everybody doing today? Are we going to kill stuff soon? Let's kill stuff.
X brings the fork and his knife in his hand, and he like bangs the sharp sides down at the table. Not too rough, but he says, "I'm ready."
What the hell is that?
I'm showing you that I'm ready.
Scratching up the tables.
Oh, my bad. Take that out.
I'm glad you added not too rough in there.
Anyway. Don't we have some things to discuss? Legends to Lord about.
Well, yeah, we definitely should get down to the 1,000-Year War and the what's it called, Brian?
Discontinuance.
Discontinuance. And the discontinuance.
Let's start there.
Oh, actually, before we do that, let me go ahead and scry again.
You did that last session. It failed both times.
Okay.
Everybody, let's congregate in X and I's room.
Say again?
I thought his cry was successful.
It was for the previous day. Yeah, after we rolled for this day's travel, Samson tried his 2 scries again. So we would have opened with that if it had worked.
let's congregate in our room. Then Midas.
Uh,
And read everybody out.
Where you go to the library?
Because, I mean, well, last time Samson did that legend lore thing, it got really weird, you know. He, like, kind of tapped into a different self.
Huh?
You don't remember when Samson did the legend lore last time? He kind of disappeared for a second.
Anna disappeared?
Samson's brain freaking went somewhere else, Solar. My gosh.
Is that an accident?
That's kind of how it works.
I don't think you were there for that.
I wasn't there for
Yeah.
that either, but yeah, that's how it works.
Right.
I might have you sure you didn't make up that part?
I can't hear you, Nathaniel.
I heard.
I'm sure you're not making up that part.
You know what? You're right. Let's get everybody on this ship to come around, and you know, Samson, you might as well pick up a mic. You're a bard and shit. We just tell everybody.
Okay, I think the library would be good, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the library. Whatever.
there isn't a library. There is the Dreadnought's quarters. Yeah, I mean that's his room. That's not.
I thought it
There's.
was another room in his suite.
No, he just has that one area. He has that area and Theron's room, which is large, that you spoke with your dad in the one time.
Oh, don't want to intrude on Darren here.
We have our own quarters that we can go to.
They're not large. I mean, you guys can all be in one room, sitting on beds and such, but you can do it. I mean, it's cozy. It'd be cozy.
I don't.
Hey, great
Okay.
idea, Samson. Let's go to our rooms, Samson. Great idea.
That is your idea originally. You alright this morning? No.
No. It's not really the credit for the idea that I care about. It's more about how I suggested this, and everybody had all these extra suggestions, and now we're back at square one because it works. And things that work, I don't understand why we fight against things that work so much.
You know, we could also just talk in our heads right here.
Yeah, but then again, you still go somewhere weird when you do the legend lore thing. I don't know if you can.
Oh no, I'm not using legend
concentrate in
lore.
your head.
I'm not using legend lore. Solaris
No,
can tell us about it.
No, we should do legend lore, like, about the dragon specifically.
Okay, well, how about this? How about you tell us everything that you know, and then we'll just fill in details with legend lore.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, so yeah, let's do this first.
Alright.
For legend lore.
Alright. Let's finish up breakfast, then come back together, because we seem to be a little disjointed.
Midas storms out and goes to his room and grabs like a couple blankets and like lays them on the floor of the room next door that we're supposed to go into, and he just lays on the floor.
Lays on the floor. Okay. So.
Like a little so he can just kind of sit in and be comfortable.
Okay. Who am I missing? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Davina?
No, she's in the corner.
No. Solara?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so you all finish breakfast and eventually make your way down to the room for a meeting. The Misfits assemble.
The cootery.
Cootery!
The floor is yours, Misfits.
The floor is yours, Solara.
Lar?
No. Okay, so I'll say what I know. Decide you say what you know, and we'll fill it in. Deal?
All right, we'll see. Yeah.
What?
We'll see. My fucking gosh.
We'll see. I wanna hear what you know.
Okay, hold on before we start. What the fuck is this Will Steve shit? We have information that the team wants to know about to go fight a fucking dragon. Why do we have to see? Solara's gonna share her part. You share your part. What the fuck is the point of keeping secrets?
I'm not keeping secrets. All right, so keep.
What do
All
you
right,
mean?
Solar, go ahead.
No. What do you mean we'll see? Like, are you going to share what you know or not?
I don't. What? No, no about what? I want to hear what your what your
Wow.
take is.
So not keeping secrets, right? Like, I feel like that means something different to you
Maya says to X and X is hit. See? You see this shit? You see this shit?
X doesn't laugh.
than I feel like we need to like either agree that we're going to collectively share and be open, or do not. There's a reason that this is not common knowledge amongst everyone. So
Okay, right.
no, you're saying right, but you're not agreeing to be a part of the collective sharing.
You said that you were going to speak.
No, we said
So
we were
I
going.
want to listen to what you were bringing up.
No, but I want to listen to what you also have to bring.
Okay.
But you would have to agree to do so.
Okay. I'll share things.
You'll share what?
I'll share things. Yes, I'll share.
No, see, like, I don't like half answers. Like, you need to be clear and concise. Like, are you going to share with us, the group, right now, today, what you know about related topics? The discontinuance, the dragons, the giants, so on and so forth.
I said yes. Go now. Yes.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
you said yes, but your yes wasn't actually.
I
Yes. It
said
was
yes.
kind of
Go
like,
ahead.
I'll share random things, but that doesn't mean everything. So you
I
know,
said
if I
yes.
don't, I
Go ahead.
wasn't lying per se.
Go. Please go ahead.
It will never be royal. We're going in
Now,
all
these mouth
black.
tactics.
Kind of the same for us.
Where are the shallows now?
In the shallow.
One second.
Not a problem. This is great.
Oh, okay. First thing is Thor is going to Laura's going to cast the invisibility.
Okay, so you take 10 minutes taking out your spell book and casting See Invisibility. 10 minutes finishes and you look all around the room and you do not see a scrying orb.
Right.
Nor do you see any invisible people, which I should start mentioning too, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on that as I'm talking.
Not a problem.
Alright. Let me know once 10 minutes is up in D&D time because I want to recast it.
Doesn't this...
X.
Okay.
X. You could cast a zone of silence outside of our room. I don't know if it's necessary.
X, what does X do?
Does it zone of silence? Would that work against scrying?
No.
No, but it'll stop people from listening
Okay.
in.
Yeah, it will stop noise from coming out the door, essentially. You can put it right there at the doorway.
Alright.
Alright, is that what you want? Is that what everyone wants?
Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Alright, so hold on. Gotta turn my camera off for this motion.
Okay.
I'm making it more dramatic than it is, I promise.
It's fine.
Yes. X goes. You can't see my arms, but
I saw. I got it.
I assume that's what it was.
It's just backed up.
That could have been an option too.
Wait, and then
He turns around like a fucking lighthouse.
the cone of silence all around us.
Oh, sorry. I think it said all around you. You mean outside the door to assume, so no one can hear
Yeah.
from that direction. Okay, not a problem. So yeah, so no one in the ship proper, like no one from over this direction, is going to be able to hear anything you all are saying.
Yeah, we might as well stay in our heads anyway, Solara.
That's true.
Okay.
Just wanted to show y'all a move I picked up about 20 years ago.
It was cute.
Sure. So, let's start with this. Are you guys... So, remember when we were in the tree's office?
Yep.
It's
And
time.
how there was like a ship piece
Yep.
in there?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you know like the reference for that? I don't recall the news.
We were told that it was for the heroes of old, and there are some people that kind of saved the world or something like that. And then they had a ship. And somehow the tree ended up with it because he's a grave robber.
Cool. Brian.
Yes.
If I were to keep an eye on people, specifically Assad's like reactions throughout this whole thing, can I roll perception or insight?
Insight. And if aside, if you're trying to measure your responses, that's interesting. I guess maybe a Constitution check because you're just making sure your face doesn't react to anything. If that's what you're trying to do,
You want me to do a Constitution check?
I think that's what would fit best here.
Okay.
Assuming you're trying to ensure that you don't react to things you don't want to react to. I'm not sure how you are, what you care about showing or not.
No, I don't mind showing like genuine like reactions. No.
Okay. So the tricky of it is, I want to make sure we clarify. Shalora's trying to see, I assume, what information you actually know already and what you don't, based on your reactions to what she says.
Okay.
So, information you know, are you going to carry like you know? That's the question here.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yes.
Okay, so you're not going to be hiding anything like, oh my god, I didn't know that.
Right.
Okay, cool.
No, but when Solora said, remember when we went into the chief's office, we saw the boat and all that, and it was old. Assad didn't know about that. That the group heard that term before, and heard that like small story or legend.
All right. So far, Shalora, you have gleaned that's new information to Assad so far.
What, the heroes of old or the...
You guys having seen it in the tree study.
Okay.
And getting that nugget of the story at that point.
Cool. Okay. So, okay. So, sorry. Anyway, so the heroes of old refer to 5, but mostly 3. Really, the 3 surviving individuals who were the leaders / main fighters of Thousand-Year War, which ties into like the discontinuance, because the discontinuance is effectively reset of history after after the Thousand Year War. Basically, prior to that, the giants and dragons ruled the earth. Hence, Chris, your ring friend, being in disbelief that the
Samson.
Samson, that the giants were somehow not rulers of the earth. Um, and they were oppressive, and and then eventually there was an uprising. One of the heroes of old, I want to say, hold on, I'm trying to get my notes back up so I can do this accurately. That also restarted my computer.
Lore drops are hard, huh?
It's hard when you close your when you decide you want to do an update on your MacBook in the middle of looking at your notes. Hold on.
That is a choice.
I mean, I can do it on my phone, but hold on. Hold on. Let me get my iPad. It's faster to scroll on a big screen.
While you do that, I will get this music together. I can't get the Tailspire music to come over to the stream, so I gotta use the Hydrabot again. That's better.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So basically, the heroes of old. And keep in mind the timing because that's real important to us right now today. So the heroes of old, the main three are a young human, a young elf, a young human, a young elf woman, and an older elf. Those are the main three. And so these heroes were alive pre-discontinuance. They all were like servants to the giants and dragons. The human, when he was a child, his best friend tried to revolt and ended up being killed. That like triggered something in the human, and he brought in the older elf. The older elf brought in the younger elf. How they were related prior to that, I don't know. So basically, this group, accompanied by a dwarf and a gnome, were able to rise up against the human's master and cause it to flee. Then they turned their attention to a certain dragon who we know as Sethret. And according to the legend, they were able to kill him. We know he's alive. We'll put a pin in that. But killing Fezerick was like the first like major blow of the war, and then like everyone's like, this can actually be done, and so like the like war at large began. Basically, at this point, the dragons and the giants decided they needed to work together against all of the other races, and because of that, gods decided they were going to help the other races, like not the dragons and the giants, because dragons and giants, since they were rulers of the effectively world, like they were getting a little too big for their britches in the gods' eyes. So, God decided to help. They helped, by providing Arcane's Bane. Basically, through using Arcane's Bane, the giants and dragons were able to be pushed all the way back to Craighammer. And after effectively 1,000 years, the war was eventually won. And it was won with the dwarf and the gnome. They ended up making some sort of like ultimate sacrifice. But the three that I first mentioned, the human and the two elves, were still alive at the end of the war. This was, again, 1,000-year war. That's not the craziest thing for an elf. That's still a long fucking time, but a human most certainly should not be alive at the end of that. But they were. And there's said that they became immortal because of that. And so that was the end of that war. But interestingly, the three heroes prayed the gods, and were able to lock them behind these like divine gates. I don't know what the divine gates are, but now the gods have to use clerics to like speak to the mortal plane because they cannot cross it. Regarding the giants and the dragons, those who were not killed were locked away. There were supposed to be gatekeepers to like guard the prisons and keep the balance of the locks. I don't know what that means, but it's a phrase that I've heard with the story. Apparently, the gatekeepers weren't keeping the gates appropriately because we let out a dragon. But yeah, so the most powerful ones locked away, one escaped. That's why it's a problem that the giants are rising up in Riveria. Laura looks at Assad when she says this. And we really got to make sure that these other dragons are not awakened because they're really fucking powerful. So, yeah.
Assad, any reaction to her saying the giants are rising up in Riveria?
That giants are rising up, like giants in plural.
I mean, we found one. There were others frozen, and they were attempting. The one was attempting to revive the others.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So when you said when Solara says that, that's like surprise. Well, a lot of stuff was definitely news.
Okay.
Most of it was, except for a few things.
I'll say what wasn't news.
Just like the very beginning, like human. Well, the older and younger elf were news, right? But I know, as far as I could tell, it would be two elves and a human.
Right.
Other than that, well, yeah, the discontinuance. I didn't know exactly like the pure definition of it. But it was
So
mentioned
basically, the
in
only
Legend
thing
Lore.
you really knew were about the three from the play, right?
The three, and also and what was mentioned in Legend Lore. But
I don't know what that
okay,
was.
so like that. All right, so that was that was. Other than that, that was all news.
Okay, so that's what you got from like keeping an eye on him as you
Right.
talk, Solara. Anything else would have to be said in game.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Um,
So yeah, that's that's what those terms are. Discontinuous, W and more.
Solara says to the group.
Okay.
So I might
Mine
have to
says- Oh. You're telling me that there are 3 immortals walking around?
That's mostly what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, I don't know what happened to all of them.
Do you know who any of them are? Because I got an idea about one guy who's really
about
not sitting right with me.
Wait, who?
Well, it's this one guy. He's an old guy, you know. I call him T Money.
This is in your group thought, by the way.
Oh,
I know
okay.
I'm about to say it.
Okay.
I
was-
look around.
I
Mike
was-
starts looking around when he says Tristan in the group thought. He says, "This fucking bastard. He got. I mean, he doesn't look the same age as, you know, before the tree died. He looks younger.
You-
Yes.
Tristan?
I've seen Tristan. Yes, and he looks younger.
Younger?
Younger. I don't even know how the fuck that works. I don't even know if that's immortality, but he looks younger. And how does he look better after getting in that fight? He looked like an old
Hold on.
bastard before.
Wait a minute. When did you see Tristan?
He came to get a side, I think.
He came. No, he came to drop off or something, right?
Pick him up. Pick him up.
Pick him up, what? He came to pick up a side, and him and the side like went on a little adventure of their own together.
So Lord looked at the side. Oh yeah?
Yeah, he did look younger. After learning what I learned, I figured that, you know, each of the three have some type of immortality thing going on.
Learning what you learned?
Huh?
Now's the time.
Huh? I'm sorry. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
You said learning what you learned.
Yeah, learn what I learned, that the heroes are old. Yeah, we already learned from the script that was Kaleem, Tristan.
Please. Script?
Huh?
Remind the Lord knows not what you're talking about. I said a script?
Yeah,
The Lord,
yeah.
yeah.
Basically met a playwright who had this information.
What
He-
information?
He had information on the discontinuous and before the 1,000-Year War started, basically.
Who is we?
Huh?
Who is we? Where'd you meet this guy?
What are you? What are you talking about? Midas, you already know about this.
They introduced us to the boy.
We talked about it. That's how we.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it.
So, aside, what do you know? What do you know? Do you know anything else that you can fill us in on?
All right, so I know Kaleem is what we believe is a ghost. He's alive. I told you guys that. I told you guys a lot of what I already knew. Huh?
I don't think I was here for this. Kaleem is a ghost? Explain.
No, I said we believe he might be a ghost.
Why is this? The Lord's like looking around like where are y'all getting it? What is happening? Remember, the Lord wasn't present for any of this.
So when we met up with Anton, before I guess the team went to Vesric, not to Vesric, to Sethret, something was off about him. He was kind of like he had a different, his energy was different. And when he tried to reaffirm and said he's still the same old Anton, he was lying. I could tell he was lying. So what we believe is, we know that Kaleem is alive, and I guess so we also know, not that we also know, but I think we believe as a group that his spirit descends onto each tree. I think I heard information about it was something about the tree, but it to me it matched up with
Well, that would make
Kaleem
sense.
being alive,
Laura's,
but we
like,
haven't.
shaking her head, saying yeah, that would make sense too. Go ahead.
Because
Mike.
I tried to read Anton's mind, and he knew.
Yeah, he threatened Midas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he threatened to fucking explode me or something like that.
Oh. Well, remember.
You shouldn't have been able to know. So,
Yeah. Remember when we were when we first met the tree, and he was talking about. Fuck, he said something.
He said that he remembered something that happened a long time ago, and then Tristan told him it was his grandparents.
Yeah. Well, when I spoke to my grandmother after that, or I don't know who I spoke to. Basically, they told me like, nah, his memory is 100%. Like he's not, you know, an old man. So if he's having memories of generations previous, that would track.
Right, right. So I heard about that. So it kind of tracks with this. And also I noticed that before the original tree, not the original, the first one, but the previous tree died. You know, Anton, Tristan wasn't sticking close to Anton. But after the tree died and Anton became the tree, I noticed Tristan being
Well,
a
he might
lot
just be a
closer.
servant of a tree.
Hmm?
He might be like the best friend of it. Like he might just kind of serve by the tree.
Exactly. That's what I think. And I
Well,
think that's why he's
That
not
doesn't
getting so
mean.
close to Anton.
let me say this.
But what is this, Laura?
I want to know. Laura looks extremely like torn right now.
Hey Siri, record this.
Side note: if you're on the Twitch stream, you can press the clip button to make a clip of anything you want when things happen.
Hold up.
Aside looks at Solara.
We have a out of game pause. So just give it a moment. If you're watching the stream, it's bottom right next to the full screen button. It says clip, and you can just press the clip button and it'll make a clip of like the last 30 seconds. So if you all ever want to make clips of moments, that is how you can go about that.
Alright, y'all check that out real quick. I'm trying to search one more thing in my notes.
All right, while you're searching, Brian, explain it one more time for the viewers who could not hear.
For the viewers who could not hear, if you are watching on the Twitch stream, there is a button to create clips that will record the last 30 seconds of the stream.
Found it.
Yep, you can click it and then you can shorten it if you want. I don't think you can make it go further back than the 30 seconds you pressed it. But when you're watching on demand or watching the video later, you can do the same thing of making clips of any part of the stream. And you can save them and you can share them out to any social media thing or text or whatever.
Oh yeah, wait.
Yeah, you can share.
Save them to your account. Is that what you said?
It just saves it to. I think it'll save it on my video for that video. Save the clips of it, but you get a link to that and you can put that link anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm really not sure if it saves to your personal Twitch account. I've never actually checked where it goes, honestly. But you do get links to all that stuff. So Laura says, looking, for the record, uncertain and distressed.
Very distressed. Like,
Looking very distressed. I assume like this distress comes with you subconsciously rubbing your forearm.
No, it doesn't.
Very intensely looks at Solara and says, well, did it happen?
Well,
Why would you be stressed?
I'm about to say, right? Let me say this.
Record.
Before I tell you, you having this information and speaking it out loud ever could very well be the death of everyone who hold dear, and I mean that so fucking sincerely. So let me know if you actually want to know what I'm about to say. It's halfway related to what we're doing. We could do what we're doing without ever having this knowledge, and it would probably be better for you and your loved ones.
X walks up to Laura and gives her a hug and says, "Everyone I hold dear is in this room, and I'm sure that the Black Order, my cloak, can take care of themselves."
Oh.
X earmuffs.
I don't know what you mean.
You mean
Put your hands over your ears, X. You don't need to hear this.
What?
Well, I will say, um, if these individuals decide to turn against you towards your cloak, they will vanish off the face of this earth. So no, don't think so. Uh, remember these people banish gods, all of them at large.
Solar, let's go. I'm ready to
Laura
play in the big kid's yard.
get like confirmation from everyone in the room that they actually want to hear about these things.
So Laura, if you can risk it knowing this, I don't want to put you in any harm that I wouldn't be in. So we're all ready to hear, right, Miss
No, me knowing is very different than you.
Cause I'm poor.
No, not you at large. Everyone.
Because we're poor.
Everyone other than you.
So Laura, it's about time you trust us.
Alright. I'm assuming everyone like gave some.
Yes, everyone gives the 2-point confirmation, saying yes, and then checking their phone and telling you the number that pops up on their phone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Tristan. Laura's like paranoidly staring up to like a scribble with here, even though this is all in the mental.
Sure. This is how
Yeah.
things get interrupted. Taking forever. Spit it out.
Oh. Anyway.
You guys
Tristan
think?
is one of the heroes of old.
This was right.
It's like insider knowledge.
But he's alright, I was talking to you, he had to green screen.
Okay.
And O is can you cough in a mental?
I don't know if you can cough in a mind thought. I guess you could like say cough.
It is the sunset.
Who is the sunset?
Nobody. No, nothing.
Hey, Assad, did you catch that? I didn't catch it.
They lie. So Laura's grandmother is one of the heroes of old also.
Yeah. Well, the story was coming together. Okay. Thank you for trusting us with this information, Solar, or confirming it. I feel like we've grown so much as a unit on your father's ship.
I'm serious. Don't ever say that out loud. Also, don't ever say their names together out loud.
Okay.
They might show up and kill you if you do.
Like, your grandma is a hero of old.
Is what it said.
Sheesh. So what does that make the law? Villain of old?
Who of old?
A villain of old? So what do you guys say we do legend lore on Tristan?
Oh, by the way, the whole thing with it is possible to like kind of like clone yourself. So it's possible that like Tristan cloned himself and then retrieved his new clone. He was away for a while, right? Like after the whole incident, no one saw him for a while, right? Yep. That's probably what he did because it takes 120 days to do it. So
I would say, based on the information you all have, the group would have seen Tristan within potentially within 30 days of the attack,
oh yeah,
give or take.
yeah. Sorry, my bad. 120 days thing is not the transfer piece. Never mind. But yeah, you can clone yourself. So it's possible that he had a clone ready to go. But I don't know. They could have also done some other weird shit. Who knows?
Cloning
If he said
technology.
he was something, that's probably what he did.
So where do we go from here?
Well, frankly, half of that was kind of irrelevant to the task at hand.
Yes.
Welcome to the Misfits. It's a party.
Yep. You got anything?
Yeah, that was a lot of good information that'll help us piece together things that we come across in the future. So yeah, the three heroes are old. They made pacts. They all three of them made pacts with a higher being or a deity. One of them made a pact with the devil. One of them made a pact with a god, and the other one made a pact with the Fae. And as I say the Fae, I look at Solara.
Haha. Oh, yeah.
And then
Well-
they went back and broke their pacts. So they betrayed the gods.
Do we know why they broke their pacts?
You're like carrying them out, honestly.
Because they gotta live for a whole lifetime of lifetime.
Yeah, no one really said it. Sorry, what did you say, Greg?
Oh, is it because they live forever and they just didn't want to follow or lead, or be led anymore by them?
I mean, I think of it this way: like, if you're breaking out of like servitude / slavery, would you want to jump into indentured servitude / slavery again? Nah, not really.
I guess. I get it. Trust me, I get it.
So, sword.
Who says that?
Well, that's how you lock it in.
Lock what in? You talking about, Midas?
That's how you lock the power in.
Oh, Midas didn't tell you about it.
No. What are you talking about?
When we were in the caverns of River's End, Midas was the only one to step on this tome that gave him information about ultimate power.
Everybody else was being a fucking coward.
So it said to stab Dayla with
Kill.
Gleam's sword.
Dayla.
Kill. Yes, kill. Midas knows better than me. To gain ultimate power.
Flora looks at Midas like halfway murderous, please.
Oh,
Like,
that's surprising. Motherfuckerly?
so you're trying to kill whom for what exactly here?
Who said I was trying to kill anybody?
So you just said that's how you lock it in.
Yes, that's how you lock in ultimate power.
That's what we're striving for here.
You know me better than, well, some people know me. And does that seem like something that I want?
I mean,
It's not. I'll be very clear with you. It's not something that I want. It's actually something I don't want anyone to have.
Just as important, Solar. Who do you think holds Kalim's sword now?
Probably.
Scamtron. Scamtron does.
Scantron.
Yes, and that's another reason why.
I'm
That's a
sorry,
clue.
Scamtrillion.
It's
That's
really
a that's another clue for the reason why I think that Kaleem is a ghost. That Atrellion's currently holding Kaleem's sword,
A ghost.
Yep.
amongst other
Actually,
things.
thanks for
Is that a new sword for
reminding.
Anton?
Would you say something?
Is that a new sword for Anton, or has he always had it?
It probably goes from tree to tree.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think that his father held it before him. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I'm betting it's a new sword. Samson.
Then maybe it's the sword, not really ghost or whatever you're really saying. Maybe it's
Ah,
destroy
like
the
the
sword.
rings.
Exactly.
Oh, right. That could
Oh,
be it.
that's interesting. Mm,
But maybe the sword is alive,
you know,
Maybe the rings are alive.
huh?
Maybe the rings are alive.
yeah, but I don't. I don't think that's the case because
I think the hills are alive.
Wait. Also,
remember the
With the
tree.
sound, music.
no. Stop. What?
Because the tree had like actively had the memories of his predecessors. I don't. That wouldn't necessarily be something that he would get from like another object. Even if the other object told him about it, he was very first person with the memory. I don't think
I'm just
that.
saying, we watch X with his weak constitution be taken over by a ring.
Yes, but
Did you have to add that last part? Wait, what's up with your arm?
Taken over by a
oh.
ring? What's wrong with the last part?
The weak constitution. You know what I'm talking about.
That was the middle. Oh, yeah. Clear. I'm a bard.
Still, it's X. Did you have the first person memories of the person inside your ring? Hampton, do you have the first person memories of the person inside your ring?
I don't.
No, but I know what he told me. I know I wasn't so skeptical of him after X's endeavor. I might have listened. And
Yeah.
who knows what would have happened if I went down that path.
Yeah, I don't think you would have the first person memories though. Like even no matter how many times you're told. Well, I mean, after generations of being told the same thing, but I don't necessarily think that that's the case.
Hmm, there have to be some way for them to fuse consciousness.
Well, see, here's the thing:
Maybe that's
you
possible.
don't need a first person view of their memories. They just need to be able to control what you do. You
I
don't need
wasn't.
to know why you're doing what you're doing.
I
I'm
wasn't being
The
specifically
greater
controlled.
being acting on you.
to the tree having the memories of his predecessor.
I mean, that could be poetic waxing, but we don't know.
No, it definitely was not.
I
So it's
think
like Black Panther stuff.
this is why we need to do Legend Lore and Kaleem.
Yes.
Find out more information on them.
And then that sword too. Yeah.
Later.
No, because that was the sword of Kaleem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all right.
No, the sword of Kaleem was different than the one that you were talking about.
How do you know? You saw it? You touched it?
No, you said it was a sword. You didn't know the name of it.
I'm telling you, it's the sword of Kaleem. So we can do legend lore on it,
You
right?
have that sword?
No.
Midas is joking. Midas is joking. I fell for it for a second.
Midas is scamming. He's not joking.
Perception.
Inside check.
Mm.
All right. So,
Real quick, since Assad reminded me, oh Samson, that whole Faye thing, killing the tree, like I think actually we're about to. That was like the start of like the interplanar war. Like this is about to be like the 1,000-Year War Part 2. Because
Hold on. Before you keep going, back up and say the very first thing that you said again, because it was muffled through.
That part.
I missed basically the thesis.
That's the important part, right?
Yeah, I missed the thesis, and I was trying to
I don't remember exactly what I said. I think I said something about Assad reminded me.
Yes.
Um,
That reminds me.
yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, the whole yeah, the fake. Yeah, and it makes sense that he killed the tree
Wait,
because
You missed the part again.
Yeah, let's say you did it again.
What
The part I
part?
missed that you just did.
You killing the tree might have sparked an interplanar war.
yes, the 1,000-Year War Part 2. Like basically, the 1,000-Year War. Now the defeated are coming back to take vengeance on the heroes of old and the entire world on the mortal plane.
Hmm.
Yeah, because as I mentioned,
I'm
part
not
of it,
evil. What are you talking about?
part of it was that they made it act with Faye and then betrayed Faye. So yeah, so it makes sense that Trillia, what's his name?
Or Trey?
Trey,
Archie.
came back and killed him.
But why did you say Midas?
I said Midas?
No, Samson did.
Yeah, I did.
Fuck.
So
I had a quick aside for you, but I
Oh, okay.
started listening again. And I lost it.
Oh, got you.
so
Kind of empathy.
So actually, that ties all of this together because us stopping the dragons, we also need to stop the giants and
So you're
stop
telling us we could be the heroes of new?
from waging this fucking war. Yep. I mean, I guess be the heroes of something.
I'm not making a
Besides,
pact
you don't
with
get-
any devils, gods, or fae.
Good. That's how you don't get to be part of this.
You already made a deal with the Fey God. What are you talking about?
Now I'm playing around with you. I mean, aside. Ridiculous.
X, you already made a deal with a Fey God. What are you talking about?
Was it X or
X definitely already made a deal with the Fae.
I'm not making it. I'm not
X
making
made a deal with Archtrey, Sentipidus, Nigel LaRue III.
with
What?
fae as a
Fifth,
deal.
third.
That happened.
But
Maybe even
here you go.
senior.
My deal was not for a lifetime. My deal was for one thing and one thing only.
You were there, Slora, when he got his
Deal with
magic
Fey
back.
God, and you
Ultimate
just said that
shadow
you would
power.
never. Come on, man. What are we talking about? You just said you would never make a deal with Fey or God
Okay,
or blah 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 blah.
rephrase,
You did
rephrase,
too.
rephrase.
Samson, we've seen X do this before. Let's not pretend we're shocked here, guys.
So
Wait,
why do
I'm
you
not
gotta
making-
just?
I'm not selling myself into servitude for anyone.
Okay, then say that.
X.
Sorry, Solar, my new friend.
What deal did you?
You were there for that, Michelle. It's when he traded the BBs for his magic back.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah, that's a different kind of deal. But
So look, if we know who made the deal with the Fae, I think we can derive who made the deal with each of the other beings.
yeah, we know who made the deal today. I know who made the deal.
And the deal with Fey.
Oh, Grandmama.
Ooh.
Which means that Kalim is the devil.
Why would he be the devil?
In this illustrious? Is that a specific entity?
So, Assad, you said it a little differently. One didn't make a deal with the devil. One made a deal with a devil.
Yeah,
But yes, there are
a
devils.
I thought that a devil.
You said the.
Well, I'll tell you who. Well, I think I know why I believe that he made a deal with the devil.
What the,
When I first became a warlock, what are you saying now, Slar? Are you interrupting me?
Religion checks if anyone wants to know about devils, but continue, Midas.
Okay, I'll do the religion check. Go ahead, Midas.
When I first became a warlock, the way I got there was picking up on who Anton's patron was. And Anton's patron's a fucking scary motherfucker that I ran away from. And didn't make the best of friends with, who he's probably after me, and he had
Another.
really sharp teeth and fucking was drinking a cup of blood.
What?
Yeah,
Cup
it's
of
really
blood?
weird. It's fucking scary bastard.
He
And
sounds
he
like
comes
a
to you in the
vampire.
dark.
Comes to you in the dark?
Aside, what the hell is a vampire?
Oh, it's a race of myth that sucks blood.
Oh yeah?
Like a leech.
Yeah, but more violent. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that doesn't seem too bad.
sounds
Leeches,
like
I mean, they're
vampire.
painful, but you know.
The leeches are not bad things. They help your body.
Yes. I don't know what kind of medicine ship you're running in this false alert.
No, you
Blood
can use a leech. Like if you get poison,
Blood-
like
blood
if you
clots,
catch it
too.
early, like the leech can help. Like if you can contain the poison to a certain area.
Right.
So, yeah, no, but so yeah, I think that's and his father was also a warlock. I mean, it would seem that passing them down from one to the other would make sense. I think that's the devil.
The past
devil.
tree was a warlock. You said,
Yes, yes.
and your patron was a devil. Your previous one.
He was, what do you call that thing? A vampire.
Okay.
Big teeth. Drink blood. Really scary. Dark. Appears like a Cheshire cat.
Oh,
That kind of thing going on there, and he wasn't very nice. And when I broke off from him, Anton stormed into my room belligerently one night, and drunk, telling me that. And Midas looks around, says this guy told him to kill me, or something like that. Fuck me up, I don't know. He's pissed off at me, I know that much. And yeah, I would call him somewhat of a devil.
wait, how did you come into his patronage?
Oh my gosh, Alara, everybody knows the myth of Midas becoming a warlock. Okay, let's move past that.
Oh, really?
Okay, everybody sit down. And Midas like reaches for Samson's musical instrument.
So basically, we're saying that if
Aside. And he tries to grab
Sam-
Samson's instrument.
I'm moving
Samson snatches his loot back and just gives Midas the dirtiest look.
Midas looks around and says, okay. Aside
Yeah.
might have overstepped his boundaries there. Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
So,
What happened was,
so
Oh.
anyway,
when
anyway.
I became a warlock, Aside, relax. Alara asked a question.
oh,
Get
okay,
her
all right,
answer.
all right, that's fine.
And Samson, share.
Midas.
I'll think
Midas.
about that one. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so the myth goes, one day Midas saw
Oh my
Anton
God.
had power.
No.
He jumped into a trance.
Oh, this is what we paused for.
Let the man get his song off, damn it.
Midas.
Why starts laughing and saying, no. All seriousness, I started meditating, and I kind of focused on where Anton was getting his power, and I pushed through essentially places that I probably shouldn't have been able to push through, and that's how I became a warlock.
Oh, interesting. So you just intruded upon his space all willy-nilly?
Well, is it his space or is it someone with power? And I found out where he's getting the power.
Well, no, I was talking about the vampire.
Oh yeah, I kind of just walked in his front door and was like, "Yo, bro, you can't hide from me."
Oh, interesting.
And then I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm trying to hide from you." It's really weird, something like that.
With your 11 religion check, really quick, Salor, you, from your studies, you were going through the history thing. You're aware one of the planes of existence is the nine hells, and that is generally where devils are from.
Oh, can I roll too?
Yeah.
Since I was talking the whole time.
Yep. This entire plane of existence is called the nine hells.
Scary.
Ooh. I want to know if I know about that.
Black
Hell.
I don't like that at all. Wait, like,
Okay.
Dante? No, who was that?
Yeah, Dante Soprano.
Okay, yeah.
I thought it was Black Clover.
Okay, I got
That
20.
too. 20. Yes, you are aware fully that the nine hells exist, each level of hell is ruled by essentially a demon lord or a devil lord. Devils and demons are different species, and just like the Fae, just like the material plane, there's different races, there's hierarchies. It is best described as lawful evil. And for 20, the ruler of the entirety of the 9 hells is Asmodeus, who rules on the 9th and final level of hell.
Alright, so I say, everybody, you want to stay away from this guy named Asmodeus. He's the big devil. The head honcho.
Can they come to this plane?
H-N-I-C.
The final plane is called Nessus, by the way.
Nessus.
Can they come to this plane? These devils and demons.
I don't know. I don't
With a 20, you are aware. Yes, they can. It's not like simply walking through a... Well, no, it kind of is like walking through a veil. But you can only access the 9 hells through the first level. There is no other connection.
So they have to come through all the levels too?
No. To get into the 9 hells, you would have to enter on the first level of hell. As far as the other demons popping up from lower floors, depending on your strength, you may not have to go through, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, then back to 1. But generally speaking, you have to enter through the first level of layer of hell.
Is there a way to identify the devil, demon race? Anyone?
Well, they look like they look very much like what you would think devils and demons look like. They are very other than everything you've seen before. Imps are the most common. They're small winged creatures that can speak common and speak infernal, and they usually are summoned by whatever. The devils and demons can be summoned by powerful arcane users, usually
what
cults.
would I think about Stride? Would I think he fits that bill or no?
No. As you think on and consider it, what you know of demons and devils, Stride is not that.
Okay. So, guys, to interject here, Stride's not a devil or demon, but if you're fucking with Stride, you're probably fucking with devils and demons, and not angels. So I'm going to bet that the tree is fucking with a devil or a demon.
We'll hold on. We'll keep those two open, like, to this.
Brian, can I roll? It's probably not gonna help, but I roll +3 to think if there's anything at all that might make me one direction or another between the remaining two, like who made a deal with who.
Go ahead and roll. I'm not sure.
History?
Roll and we'll see what you get for the roll. I'm really not sure what you would have heard that would have nudged you in one direction or the other.
History or
history.
Oh, big money. Oh shit! God damn it! I'm sitting here pressing on my MacBook screen. It's not a.
18.
Is it breaking up for everybody or just me?
What's breaking up? Our voices or something else? Greg?
Your
I'm
voice.
gonna say it's you, Greg.
I think it's just you. Leave and come back in and see if it fixes.
Hey, it's the return of the group on the internet.
Even with an 18, I don't think there's anything you've heard or studied or come across that would give you, that will push you in either direction.
Okay. So, forces, yeah, that's all just something to keep in mind here. Also, we need to, like I said, Sethret was allegedly dead, so not sure how he's re-alive. Keep that in mind.
Realived is great.
We'll go back to Python. Oh yeah. Okay, so now. Anyone have any additional dragon giant information that might be useful here?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I once befriended a dragon.
Okay, so
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
oh wait,
Actually, I know we always like to shit on X for this, but seeing as we're actually in the middle of some dragon shit right now, rehash it for us the way that you remember it, because I know how we remember it. And it's bullshit, but how do you remember it?
super quick. So Laura cast message to Midas and says, "Remind me to tell you something after we all break up, like full power, and then that's it."
Mike says
Okay.
in her head, for sure.
Okay. So you want to hear how I became friends with the green dragon Azrael, do you? X
Yeah.
reaches
You were about to tell the story anyways, X.
Yeah.
Don't
You're
do all
dying
that.
to know, dear friend.
X reaches for Samson's loot. Can I borrow
I'm
This
happy. I
time,
want this to be a thing.
this time,
Or
X
just laugh.
slaps X in the face.
Samson.
Oh yeah, Samson slaps X in the face.
Motherfuckers just reach for Samson's
Whatever drink Laura has in her hand, she tips it to like X. Like,
That was great. Do you let yourself be slapped X or does you need the roll?
I let myself be slapped.
Okay, okay. That's great. That's
We're
great.
not gonna keep doing this.
All right.
Oh, that's so
Point
great.
Point made. Never touch a What are you again?
A bard's loot.
Not a bard. He's an elven from. Never touch a Jill Veston's loot. I get it.
nope, he's not.
Alright.
Oh,
Yo.
Samson peels his shirt back to reveal his pipes and says, "Never
Whoa,
touch
what-
the part
wait,
of
which
the
pipe?
instrument."
wait.
What do you mean?
he has
What do you mean?
multiple?
He's taking off clothes. He said he's taking off clothes.
Oh,
I don't know which
No,
part you're talking
he's
about.
The cloak back to show the pipes he earned.
No, I know, I'm messing up.
Gotta clarify for the stream, bro. They don't know.
this motherfucker's
I
wild,
guess
dude.
never touch a black man's radio doesn't translate to olden times.
Not. I knew that's what you were
I
doing.
knew you was talking about too.
I wasn't here, man.
Oh, this is great.
So X begins to tell his tale. I befriended the green dragon Azrael, and even in that, it rhymes. So a long, long time ago, I'll make it quick, everyone.
Midas is like 4 months. 4 months.
So this was a Will Smith Chris Rock slap.
Oh man.
So a long time ago, when we were in our first dungeon as a group, you all recall the ring being stuck on my hand, the echo, as we learned they're called. This ring was giving me information and telling me things that seemed like you will only know if you've been in a dungeon of this sort before. I also learned that this ring being on my hand effectively cursed me, and I wanted to do anything and everything I could to get this ring off my hand. Fast forward a long time in this dungeon, the ring was escorting me through the dungeon, telling me where I needed to go to remove the ring. The place we needed to go was where a green woman was being stored, surrounded by vestiges of giants. They were giants, right, DM?
Yep.
Surrounded by vestiges, and upon gazing at the echo on my hand and looking frail and weak, and I showed compassion for this woman who told me that by giving her the ring, she would be free. Am I lying right now, Brian?
So you pulled a lever first.
You pull a lever to free her, but you kind of
Okay.
you're close. You're close enough to being on track.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah. I had to pull a lever to free her because no one wants to see an old woman in bondage. I was in slavery for 20 years of my life. So yeah, upon freeing her and giving her the ring, she turned into a dragon and said, "I will always remember you, my friend," and flew off.
Dimension door out.
Dimension door out.
Oh, she did? I thought she flew. She like literally.
Yeah, I thought you said she flew off.
No, there's a ceiling to that dungeon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
she like flew up and fucking out somehow.
Yeah, it was weird. I felt like she flew, but maybe we were wrong. Maybe we were wrong.
She
It was up and then poof.
Okay.
Okay.
And maybe she didn't say call me a friend, but I felt like because she did say she'll remember
Oh
me,
god.
that I have some clout within this dragon. With this dragon.
Well, you were very much sure called Samson and I enemies of sorts. I don't remember her exact terminology, but
so
she
you
wasn't.
picking in these?
No,
Oh shit! What?
he motherfucking did not.
That motherfucker would have died right there. X. Could into that shit.
Betrayers is the term she used. Betrayers.
She called me like a half betrayer.
She called Samson the half betrayer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh wow! Yikes!
Holy shit, pickaninny.
Oh
Oh,
boy!
that is some old time hate. What are you doing out there in these farms? Starting to make me want to rethink what I'm trying to do here.
Nothing autocorrected picking. What's up?
What the fuck you gonna try and get a fresh pie?
Shit. I'm so good. Wow. So humans weren't part of the betrayer group.
So she called Solora a betrayer. She called X a betrayer, and she called Samson half betrayer.
But he's half betrayer and half betrayer. So he should have been full betrayer.
Look, dog.
Betrayer. Yeah, that's how I thought. She called X a betrayer also.
Greg,
And then
Greg, you got too deep in the slavery piece. And
The only one who didn't get called some version of betrayer was Midas.
yep.
oh yeah?
Yep.
But she said she'll remember.
She did say that because you gave her the ring. That's correct.
Maybe I, got the whole human race forgiven by that one act.
I feel like I remember Mikkel, and Mikkel remembers me. Like, that's the thing.
Great.
You know what? When you
Great,
put it
great,
like
great.
that, when you put it like that,
Oh yeah. I mean, but that tracks. Given the history of humans, elves, dragons, makes sense. So maybe not super friendly. Maybe just.
Maybe super hatred.
maybe a little less hatred. Maybe a little light garnish on the hate.
Maybe she'll kill you first before killing your love.
Probably.
But yeah, so that's the story, and that's how the tale goes of X being remembered by the dragon.
Oh. Okay, I don't think you're friends, but.
Are y'all still there, or y'all shocked that I got a friend?
This is all kind of predicated off of one interaction. You were kind of fresh out the. Sorry, I don't have a better word for cult back then, so I understand how you were, kind of desperate. Anything. But yeah, I think you fucked this one up.
Laura reaches out for X's hand to comfort him, and Samson says you were fresh out the cold.
But he says it out loud. Oh, there's a cone of silence, right? Never mind.
Maybe,
No, the silence is outside the room. You can speak out loud in the room.
All right.
Maybe you
I
were
love
having trouble recognizing friendship at that point, but that's okay. That's okay. We're here now.
That was before the books, to be fair.
Right. Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, one piece of information.
But you're smarter now, so to make the same mistakes would be insanity. Can't keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. So now that we know, this whole friendship is based off of pretty,
So X nods and in his other mind of minds, not is the mind that's on the current channel, says,
What are you,
"Yeah,
a
well, she hasn't
walkie-talkie?
done anything across me yet personally.
Says what? Sorry.
She hasn't done anything across me yet personally."
Oh shit. I'm glad you didn't say that on our channel.
Oh yeah,
No.
No, we didn't. We didn't, thankfully.
no, I actually said it was meant for y'all to hear it, but accidentally.
Then why do you?
Okay.
Oh well,
So
we gotta
you-
work
so
on
you
that.
wanted us to hear
That's
it
funny.
as like an aside to yourself?
Yes, like I meant to say it in like if we're talking on right brain, I meant to say it in left brain.
So it is. There is no mistake. If you want to think to yourself, you can think to yourself. Like that's gonna make it really tricky going forward if you guys can accidentally click on the group chat. That's gonna be such a problem.
So basically, X actually says that shit in his head. He just says that shit out loud. And just like,
Yeah,
oh
he does.
shit.
He said it.
That's the easiest way to, I think.
Or squeezes his hand a little tighter and says, "Have you come across her again yet, friend?"
No.
Okay, well then.
It's really like working
And
with
she's
the
like
3-year-old.
nodding at him like.
This is so great. This is so great.
Get it? You see it?
How are you this socially deficient?
Well, if you must know, I was raised in a cave, in darkness, trained to kill others, kidnapped from my parents, trained to kidnap children from their parents after I slaughtered their parents, trying to make amends by not killing others, learning that with you all I have to kill others. So it's a back and forth seesaw of my life. Sure.
No, that makes perfect sense. I get it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back to some other information that was important. This arcane vein that we possess was specifically made to destroy these creatures.
I wouldn't say made, but I'd say presented.
It's interesting. It brings the monsters and the gods to hill.
I don't know if it brings it
Does that
back.
mean that you're a god, X? Because it brought you to heal.
Well,
Or are you a
no,
monster? X, no.
It-
What you just described, you are a monster.
you're
Sorry.
thinking about this too literally, I think. Of
Nah,
course-
you,
No, you're
nah,
saying the
X, you
dragon
literally
thing,
are a
remember you
monster.
used- Never mind.
You're a monster.
You
You're a
literally killed
monster.
dozens of people.
That's a low number.
You're a monster.
Ooh, look at everyone I try to get back to being serious.
All right, so
Yeah.
are we doing any type of legend lore or anything, or we have anything else to say, or anybody else have any other input?
Not for Legend Lore.
Dragon giants.
Oh, can I ask one question? And I promise you, I understand it's going to seem a little like I didn't learn anything from the last conversation.
Mm.
But
Do
I
you
would
realize
like-
that asking to ask a question is one question?
Can I ask two questions?
No.
That's your second.
What you asked for? Go with 4, X. Go with 4.
Can I ask an unlimited amount of questions?
Oh, that's great.
And we don't have to spend too much time on it. It could be a simple no X. But in the event that Azrael does want to negotiate, because we freed her,
No fucking way.
No,
is that the answer? No.
it's
No.
just a no.
The
X.
answer.
I got to say the nano, my Damon.
Oh man. No.
Jeez. Just ask.
Yeah.
Mid-tie.
No, that's all I got for the day, folks.
Yeah, so we could do the legend lore on Azrael and Colleen.
No. Start with Kalin.
Wait, but we're going to Azrael first, right? Do we have the components
Oh. Hey.
Yes,
right now?
yes. We had the components for like 3 legend lores.
Correct.
Alright, so let's,
One from the group and Assad bought 2 before returning to the group.
alright, let's do Kalim and Azrael right now today.
Remember when we did Vesric?
Oh yeah, well that can be the third one.
No,
After,
we already did Mesmer. We already
We
did
did
Mesmer.
Vesric.
you did that third?
We did
Yeah,
Fela.
I'll tell you why you don't
And then-
remember Vesric, Solar. Because it didn't give us anything fucking useful. But I'm sorry, continue.
What did it say?
Or maybe she wasn't there.
No, I mean
it,
she.
it was pretty pointless.
I don't think I was there.
You weren't there.
You didn't miss anything.
Like literally nothing.
It was a legend. So legends aren't always exactly troves of useful information. They're more lore dumps, and what you pull from it, you pull from it. But it's not guaranteed to be, he has a weak chin, or susceptible to women. Like they're not always going to get a tactical advantage.
It was a sobering moment for Legend.
Someone is gonna have to tell me the details of it. And maybe
I got you, Solar. If you just give me 12 seconds.
starting now.
6, 3.
Okay, everyone. Now we're ready to listen about the legend lore of Vesric. Vesric is a black dragon. He was a good black dragon and a bad black dragon.
Oh my god.
Samson pulls out his lute and starts playing a little tune. Actually, the tune that's playing from
No, I'm still actually looking for it.
From Hydra.
Hydra. Yeah.
Legend lore. Here we go.
Starts playing the Hydra tune.
Nice.
Vesric, in his time, one of the most powerful dragons to exist. He reigned above the most black dragon and giant kind. He rose to the title of OG. Few peers, and he was greatly feared. He was a key factor in ruling over the unruly mortals, who ever so often tried to rise up and overthrow the pre-mortals. He was the first casualty of the discontinuance. And then Midas looks around and says, "Do you know who did that? They was catching bodies out here. Put down by the heroes of old. Legend goes, his death signaled the uprising of the humans, dwarves, and elves against their betters. It was said had he survived longer, mortals would not have won. Vain, very vain, mortals to upkeep his empire. And legend says, before death, you will see your soul reflected in the gold that Azrael wears." And then Midas says, "And that's exactly how we learned to kill Azrael." You didn't get it in there? I told us.
No, I missed it.
Well, it was saying that he was the first one that was killed in discontinuance.
Yeah.
And if you died by him, you would see your soul in the gold that he wears.
Right.
And he ruled over the dragons and giants for the most part. And he's vain.
I missed the how you kill him piece.
No. That was it. I just said it again.
This is a Curb Your Enthusiasm sketch. It wasn't in there, is what he's saying. He's being sarcastic, very flatly so.
No. We're good. We'll do that legend lore on Azrael.
Floor is still there. Okay, so where's the staring at Midas like blankly?
Laura, it was a waste. That's what I'm telling you. What the fuck did we learn there that was really important to us?
Yes,
Nothing, right? It was a waste.
I gathered.
Waste,
Yeah,
man.
Floor is
So,
still
excuse Midas's flamboyancy in his description. I thought I was just telling her it was pointless was enough, but alas, we all sat through that.
I mean, she wanted to know what's it called, what it was, though.
I did want to know, but the whole. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yes, that.
Samson, I think that's actually a great tune for you to start all of your songs with. Just hit that on the
will
loop.
take that advice as the greatest piece of advice I've ever received as to what not to do.
Wow. Not where I thought that was going.
All right. No, but in all seriousness, guys, We're on to Legend Lore.
Yes.
I wish it was like Dragon Ball Z, so I could sneak in and wish for the sword in the middle and about to cast. Sword.
So,
Besides the elements,
Huh?
elements.
components.
Yeah. I pull out the components. I give them to Samson.
He has to spread a pentagram on the ground so everybody let's watch your feet.
I don't have to do that.
I just look at Laura when he said it. See if she reacted.
Yeah. Let's do Azrael first.
Opponent, your choice. Samson cast. Legend Lore Azrael.
Hold on, let me get my notes out. So I can write on big ass.
Okay.
Big ass dragon.
Legend lore on Azrael. So, Samson, as you cast the spell and begin lightly strumming on your lute, your mind seems to expand further and further back as you are reaching for this legend. First thing that comes to you are 4 names. Azrael, the Emerald Malignancy. Azrael, the Moon's Reflection. Azrael, the Bastion of Peace. And Azrael, Keystone of Empires.
Can I be like saying this as it's happening or
Yes,
not?
you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, the saying this.
The Keystone of Empires?
Yes.
Yeah. What was the first one? I'm sorry.
The Emerald Malignancy.
Yes.
Emerald Malignance.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. The legend of Azrael is one of the mastermind behind the Giant and Dragon Empire. Azrael fostered peace between the dragons and giants, ending the War of the Last Moon.
Hold on, 1 second. Let me snip this on Twitch. Hold, please.
30-second clips.
Hold on.
Okay.
Greg, you here?
You should have a screen record on your computer.
You could also just put your eye on the time mark and just write that down, so when you go back to the video, you know where to jump. In here, look, I'll hold up. I'll hold up something so you can see. Like this will be a time mark. When you see that, that's when the legend lore started.
Between the dragons and giants, ending.
What's happening? Who's hitting play on something?
Michelle playing around, yo.
Sorry, I'm trying to do a clip. It didn't work. Okay.
It didn't work?
I mean, well, you heard it playing over itself.
Oh yeah, you press this play. It'll have the clip. You gotta put a title and hit save. I think that was a clip.
I hit save. Will it like just keep recording? So I unsave?
No, it's just gonna do the last 30 seconds. Once you hit save, it saves away because you can change the length, make it shorter, and you can change the title, but it won't just continue to record forever. You just get the last 30 seconds of what just happened.
Alright, forget it. Let's time.
Okay. Yeah. It's more useful for video games, so you get the last 30 seconds is a long time in the video game. Okay. So yes, Azrael is known to have fostered peace between the dragons and the giants, ending the War of the Last Moon. In the 1,000-Year War, she is thought to have been she is the last dragon to have been sealed. She was the most respected among her kind among dragon kind and among giant kind. She wasn't cruel, but she was violent. Valued peace over anything else. And legend goes that she was overseeing the entire war efforts personally. In her time, she ruled from a sand fortress in Veritas. What is now Veritas.
Hold on, I lost you at value peace over everything else.
Is rumored to have... actually, no, it might have actually still been... No, I have to get you the name of that. After Valued Peace, the legend is that she oversaw the entire war effort personally. And she ruled from her sand fortress in Veritas. I'll get you what Veritas used to be called. I'll get you that name. Azrael, in her time, was thought to be a creator over a destroyer. And while it is in a dragon's nature to be envious and distrusting of dragon kin at large, Azrael was able to see the greater goals that could be accomplished in cooperation. That is actually the length of the legend on Azrael.
Saw the benefit in working together.
Yes. A rarity amongst DragonCon. Oh, I'm sorry. One last piece of her legend.
Oh, let's go tell us how to kill her, y'all.
Azrael led the charge. Azrael led the charge to keep Tiamat in her confinements.
Oh, shit.
In her confinement?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, with tangled web we weave.
Can you just repeat her names? Like, before you said one of the mastermind, you said like a list of names?
Yes. Azrael, the Emerald Malignancy. Azrael, the Moon's Reflection. Azrael, the Bastion of Peace. And Azrael, Keystone of Empires.
The moon's emerald is hard as shit.
Moon's Reflection.
The keystone of what?
Empires.
Alright, got everything else. Bastion of Peace. The moon's reflection. Huh.
Ocean.
Huh.
The ocean.
Yeah,
So
she the ocean, right.
War of the Last Moon. I feel like we need details on that shit. But actually, you know what?
I'm guessing it was a war between dragons and giants.
Yeah, but
Yes, that was in the legend, that she fostered peace between dragons and giants, ending the War of the Last Moon.
yeah, that's more of a like interest. Like, I wonder if it has anything to do with the she like points up. Reference one of the.
Mm-hmm. We'll never get to it, Swara.
Yeah, I'm sure we won't. That's alright.
Campaign 2.
That's, you know, for me, after Craghammer.
Maya starts clapping. And he says,
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, anybody else got 1,000 gold to waste?
Well, we have 2 from a side, so let's get this next one.
Yeah, he likes to waste money.
Yeah, Colleen, and I hand the you know, the ingredients to Lord Samson.
Colleen Swag District.
Sam says, Kaleem, Baleem, Shalaba, Baleem.
Everybody, give me like 10 seconds before you start.
Okay.
Putting my computer on charger.
And Samson says, nah, just fucking. And then he's looking promised to do legend.
Okay.
Alright, I'm ready.
So, Samson, as you once again go into legend lore, you find yourself strumming a very different tune this time, unconsciously. Once again, you are first brought to names. Colleen.
American woman.
It is not. not for Kaleem, it wouldn't be. Kaleem, it would be Queen Who Wants to Live Forever. I think that's the title. I mean, it's the name, the words in the song, but Kaleem Silvertongue, Kaleem the World Breaker, Kaleem Shadow Hand of Nalsim, Kaleem the Horizon Watcher, and Kaleem the Betrayer.
Y'all got that in common.
You are immediately thrust into a very old poem of the legend of Kaleem.
Hold on, I'm sorry, can you repeat the names one more time?
Yes, Kaleem Silvertongue, Kaleem the World Breaker, Kaleem Shadow Hand of Nalsim, Kaleem the Horizon Watcher, Kaleem the Betrayer.
Horizon Watcher.
Yes, Horizon Watcher.
Look out, Sunrise Queen.
The poem that is shunted into your mind, Samson.
And I communicate it to the group.
Yes.
Now, we'll say, watch out, Sunrise Queen.
First to fall, first to rise, first to take a giant's prize. Made deals below, broke deals on high. Kaleem has friends on the other side. The most protected, a rest well earned, a balance kept, a ledger burned. First to fall, the most to mourn, forever suffer a tree of thorns.
All right, now you got to read that back half speed.
Half speed, okay.
And backwards.
And backwards, okay. Thorns of Tree A. Okay. Okay. The poem once again. First to fall, first to rise, first to take a giant's prize. Made deals below, broke deals on high. Kaleem has friends on the other side. The most protected.
Hold up.
Oh, yep.
Made deals below, made deals on high.
Broke deals on high.
Made deals, broke deals on high.
Oh,
Yeah.
broke
Made
deals
deals below, broke deals on high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For next piece, or fine.
Yeah. Kaleem has friends on the other side. The most protected. A rest well earned. A balance kept. A ledger burned. The first to fall. The most to mourn. Forever suffer. A tree of thorns.
Got it.
Okay. Continuing information you're
After
getting.
Samson says that, he says,
Hold on.
be on the lookout.
Yep.
First kept, a ledger burned, first to fall, the most to mourn, forever suffer, the tree of gold.
Don't forget about what he said about the horizon.
Oh, I already got it. Yep.
More in the legend, which you all already know, but led the original uprising against the giants. He was inspired by the death of his best friend, who 25 years before the first uprising, or before the eventual uprising, rose up against the giants simply to prove it could be done. And a legend.
Does it say who his friend was?
It does not, but there's a legendary quote behind it that Kaleem is known to have repeated multiple times. Kaleem said to his friend, "But you'll die," and his friend responded, "I'm human, that's what we do." And it's a phrase, according to legend, Kaleem said many times when his elven allies were concerned about a plan or an idea he had.
It's fire. That's hard as shit.
That's pretty G.
The human is what we do. Hairy ass ass.
Kaleem is the first to have broken his deal amongst the heroes of old, and thus is thought to have suffered the highest penalty.
Which was
That's not in the legend.
Why not?
You don't get everything in legends, buddy. You get what is known.
it's
how-
legend.
That's how legends work.
What's the legend lore for me to get everything that I don't know?
History on top.
It involves kidnapping.
Right, it probably would. The last bit of legend you get is that it is rumored, or I guess what legends are anyways, that Kaleem was tasked with killing Tiamat. And that may have been what he turned his back on.
Because the only broke.
Potentially, that is part of what is thought to be known of Kaleem. That one of the things he was tasked with in his deal was to kill Tiamat.
So Tiamat is the third, right? Tiamat is the third immortal.
No, from Tiamat is the evil goddess of dragons.
He's a goddess, huh?
Yeah, it's common knowledge that Tiamat is the evil goddess of dragons. But that is the legend of Kaleem.
Go out of here now.
His sword wasn't a part of his legend?
I suppose it should be, actually.
Oh, whispers. I guess in the ethers.
Hold on, 1 second. Actually, no, there is more for Kaleem. This would be part of the larger legend.
Yeah, put the pressure on the DM.
Do you have experience with the no?
Well, no, it's just it.
Sounds like part of his life.
Technically, someone does know this, so it would qualify as being part of the legend.
Kabas dead.
Basically, I swear, I think Kalas my uncle. Anyway.
Well, then hold on. I gotta. No, okay, this works. So, part of the legend of Kaleem is that Kaleem made a deal with Asmodeus to return to life eternally to finish the fight of the 1,000-Year War. In return for this, he was charged with killing or sealing Tiamat's dragons.
He made a deal with Asmodeus to return eternally? How do you phrase
Return to life eternally to be able to finish the fight against the dragons and giants. But
yeah.
the deal he made specifically was in exchange for killing and sealing Tiamat's dragons, and should Tiamat rise, to kill Tiamat herself.
But he didn't do it.
She rises up.
Kaleem instead used the power he was given to help create the Divine Gates.
And what are the divine gates?
Told Oh, I don't really have names in this. But...
You did. You mentioned it. They were. It was something. What Shalora mentioned, and which is not go into detail in this legend. What Shalora mentioned is it was some kind of quote unquote gates that shunted the gods away from the material plane and stopped them from being able to personally, physically come to the material plane to interact with mortals, and forced them to only interact through emissaries like clerics and paladins and other champions of such nature.
So the deal was to seal her dragon and kill her if she rises up.
Killing and sealing Tiamat's dragons.
Kill and seal, like as
Yeah.
one.
Whichever could be done, essentially,
Oh,
yes.
so either or.
Yes.
Okay.
And should Tiamat rise, to kill Tiamat.
No question. You can tell me to make. When you say that Azrael is.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
When you say Azrael is responsible for keeping Tiamat in her confinement, does that read like she's responsible for keeping her there in a positive way for Tiamat, or as in she's responsible for helping confine her, as in a negative for Tiamat, or we don't know from the legend.
From the legend lore, you cannot really gauge whether it was a positive or negative thing. It's more of something she's infamous for versus something she's celebrated for, but do not really show whose point of view that is. As far as the Sword of Kaleem, it is said that in every battle he was seen with the same weapon, and this weapon is thought to have been gifted to him by Asmodeus himself. And Midas, having just rolled the 20 on religion, Kaleem's name, the Shadow Hand of Nalsim. You are aware that Nalsim is Asmodeus' fortress in Nessus.
Nalsim is spelled how?
Nalsheem.
One more time, please.
Nalsheem.
No, Sheen.
No, Sheen.
Oh, sorry, Sheem. Yes, Nalsheem.
Men.
That broke up some.
Don't worry.
That was a good supposition. Yeah.
And in the dark corners.
Yeah. Well. And it's supposed that it was gifted to him by Asmodeus himself. Okay. Interesting.
That is the end of the legend lore on Kaleem.
And the legend lore doesn't happen to mention the penalty for betrayal, huh?
It does not. That's not a part of the legend. That is unknown to history at the moment.
No?
And when you say he would, made a deal with Asmodeus to return to life eternally to finish the 1,000-year war, that means, well, obviously he got killed. He was first to fall, and Asmodeus let him return to finish 1,000-year war. Does that mean he's immortal, or does that mean he keeps coming back? Because even after you finish the war, that was the deal, that he'll come back eternally. Okay, we don't know from the Lord. Okay.
Yes, it's phrased as it should be. And as far as the penalty for breaking the curse, the deal, the only clue you have to that would be the poem. But that is what you have for Legend Lore and Kalim.
Am I the only one who's starting to feel like Icar?
Hmm?
Maybe.
Now and a half.
Either it's like cream.
You might be getting too close to the sun. This might be a good time for us to pull
Oh,
back.
Okay.
We can become friends with her.
Oh, Icarus felt bad. He was happy.
Did he? He died.
Pop was scared. He was chilling. He's like, oh, no, that's fine.
But he died.
He was chilling though.
He was smiling all happy when he was flying.
Until he plunged into the ocean. Okay.
Love it.
Let's say we're pretty hot right now.
Oh, man. Interesting.
After we do this, it might be a good thing to disappear for a minute.
I don't know. There's something. It's not. Whereas Tristan and Grandma Ma are one person. I mean, it must be some. It's like a curse, I think. More so than a. It's probably like end time never limit future.
How would he know?
Yeah, maybe.
If only he made that more
Some
clear.
information, alright?
If only he made it more clear. My goodness.
Okay, what you say, Simpson? Feel like you're saying like now.
If only he made that more clear.
Made which piece here specifically?
Come on, we don't know the rehash.
You have some light since you seem to be. You missed something.
I just completely flat at this point.
No, not me. Certainly not me.
Right.
Well, as we approach 11:30, is there anything else you all would like to do before we close out the session?
Hammer shot 10 times.
I didn't even. What'd you say? You said what?
Hammer shot 10 times for doing that Legend Lore Azrael.
Stab you 10 times for doing the Legend Lore and Azrael.
Why? We got useful information.
I don't want that wasted. We're about to fight.
We still have one more that we can use on Tristan.
Money.
Oh, I think we should wait for right now.
What?
I mean, no, I'm just well.
Maybe we should do
Maybe
one on the
Maybe.
giants in the portal and the bear.
Shalor, as Samson finished telling the legend of Kalim, you notice a scrying orb appear above him. Actually, you
Is my arm burning by any chance?
it's not, but there is a scrying orb above him, and you not 100% sure when it popped up
Gibson?
above Samson,
I was looking intently, Brian.
looking intently.
I said that from the beginning. That I was like,
You did say that, and that you were recasting it multiple times.
Can scrying?
And
hit
then you
on
were
my
taking no, but Legend Lord that wouldn't be in your head. That'd be allowed.
oh shit.
head? Well, I can't do Legend Lore in my head.
You're getting the information directly in, and then you're saying it.
Oh shit. Okay, when did
No,
this when did it start?
If I could do it in my head.
Say again, Chris.
I asked you if I could do it in my head at the very
You
beginning.
did not.
Oh,
I didn't.
what?
You said that you wanted to say everything that was being said to you.
In my head.
You did not say it in your head. I would have told you that's not going to work.
No.
The orb would have popped up. The disconnect is Solora taking notes on what's being said. that's where it gives the little gap between fully focusing on the sky and taking notes of what's being
All right,
said.
that's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that hit.
At the end of it, it was there.
End of what?
At the end of his giving the legend on Kalim.
It popped up at the end.
That is when you noticed it. Roll a perception check for me.
Really? It's the thing. That was an explicit part of me casting it.
It was, and you were paying full attention to it for everything you said, and then everything that was said about sharing information. And then when the new information came out.
You started talking out loud.
Yeah.
All right, 24.
24.
Can't make a wisdom saving throw? No.
It would have appeared. It would have appeared after Samson said the 5 names. At that point, you could have told him to stop and say the rest in his head if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The
okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. So let's say he gave me 5 names.
mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Is it like when I'm doing Legend Lore, I don't have any control over it. I can't stop.
Let's just say.
Say again, Chris?
I'm saying, like, if you're saying that when I'm doing Legend Lore, I don't really have control over what it's saying, then there's no way I could just, like, stop it. Listen to reason as I'm going.
No. So, like, the way we did it last time is that you started playing on your lute and the words of Legend Lore started just coming out of your mouth, which is why top of this might have said your mind goes somewhere when you do Legend Lore, so we should go in a room by ourselves instead of doing it here at the table at lunch, because you just start talking.
Okay, so that
was the main reason why you guys came down here to do it.
Right. That makes sense.
So I can say with effort, you are able, when the Lord tells you to stop saying these things out loud and then start. Do you want to tell him to stop? No.
No.
Okay.
Or after.
Nothing popped up for the Azrael Legend Lore at all.
Right, the Columbus. I'll say. So after he says the name, does he just start reciting the poem?
There's a pause before he goes right. He doesn't go right into it. There's a moment. First the names come, then there's a moment, then the poem comes, then there's a moment, then it's the other information.
Right. So after the poem, Lord says, "We're being watched." But it'd be weird to stop talking, just finish it, and no one comment on this out loud.
Gibson does not hear any of this, and he just keeps on what he's doing.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Yeah, that's only because the way we did it last time is that Samson goes into a bit of a trance and is accessing this information, and it just. But yes, you saw the orb, and it lasts for 10 minutes of scrying, I think.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit after Samson finishes, it's gone.
So after he finishes talking about the sword, the Lord says out loud, Lord says, that'll be quite an artifact to find, that sword. And then, yeah, it just says in her head, like, it's in place on. Sing any song about finding an artifact.
Samson proceeds to play Africa by Toto.
I was trying to think, like, what could he play? What would track for this? Oh, that's great. That's lovely.
Oh yeah. If the scry is still there before the song ends.
The scry, as soon as Samson pretty much finished up the legend itself, it stayed for maybe 10 seconds more, then it was gone.
Then, okay, so as soon as it goes away, so in our head, like, someone knows who knows. Probably Anton. Maybe not.
Tristan.
Hmm?
Or Tristan.
Or Michael.
Probably no. It wouldn't make
The
sense.
above.
No. It would be one of the heroes of old. They have triggers. There's trigger scrying. So.
Yeah. So which creature of old have we upset the most?
Probably.
Tristan. Tristan.
Your grandmother.
Nope. I don't know that she would have a trigger for Clem. Maybe she does. Maybe she's the keeper of.
Maybe that's okay. Yeah, I'm slow to the party here. Yeah, that makes sense why Tristan and the tree stay close.
Why? What do you think?
It's really Tristan and Clem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did Brian's face do? What did Brian's face do when you said that?
I was looking at the basketball game.
Just checking.
Allegedly, but yeah, I was looking over at
Roll
the
deception. Someone knows we know. Even more so now. Don't ever repeat anything I told you. Let's just pretend Clem's thing is a separate fucking thing, which technically is because y'all wanted to know about it before I even told you. So.
Alright, so who's the third immortal?
Just pretend out loud that you don't know Clem is related to the tree.
Right, but who's the third immortal?
Tristan?
It's Tristan, Clem, and who's the third?
Are you serious?
Grandmama.
Oh yeah,
Is he serious?
Grandma. Forgot about Grandmama. No disrespect.
Then you know
Very
never happened. Wasn't her. So, Azrael, back to the dragon at hand. The Emerald Malignancy, that's quite a fucking name. It's
Well.
something she's real deep rooted in the culture, but you know that. She's next on behind this empire.
I think we'll leave it there for the night, as it is we are past our 11:30 mark. We'll pick this conversation up where it is, and I guess we will roll for the next day, next session, because I think there may be still more stuff happening this day. As this is just kind of before lunch, all this happened.
Man, this is a heavy before lunch combo.
This is a morning meeting, is what you guys had. You guys had brunch, had breakfast at the meeting, walked down to the conference room, and this is just what happened. All right. Great session, all.
Full energy.
In this room?
Say again?
There's a fireplace in this room?
No, I just turned on your character's lights so they could be better seen.
Oh.
Otherwise, the room's really dark. You guys have torches lit, technically. That's why it's giving that cool, fiery look. But yeah, great session all. We finally got that lore dump in. You guys have been talking about that for literal real-life months.
Wait, Are you gonna turn on the post stream?
I forgot to make it. I forgot to make the post stream logo. But I need to make a, the after show logo for the after show conversations, as they are hard hitting and super cool.
What is it gonna be called?
I don't know. Maybe just call it bonus action. So everybody liked that name and we didn't use it.
Anywho, what a session.
Yo, what's the tree of thorns? Somebody answer me now. What do y'all think?
I think it's basically first when the tree leaves, yeah, you'll be alive, but not really. Like you'll have to like do a bunch of shit, but you want to be alive like the other two.
Yeah, but what is the tree of thorns?
Because it's cursed.
Yeah. I'm worried that it might be
They're cursed with
some
him.
shit coming back on me. Alright, kill the tree.
Look at that.
Well,
You did kill a pretty powerful person. Well, no, I mean, you didn't kill anyone technically. So there is that.
I forgot to tell you about the. Oh, did I forget? I didn't think it was fully relevant. Actually, did I? I don't know. It just didn't come into play the whole like,
What?
book about like the book about the like my theory about like the folly of the descendants, blah blah blah.
Oh, the Book of Secrets.
Yeah,
Might be relevant.
I don't remember. I have to find it in my notes. I feel like I had a pretty fleshed out theory, but I don't remember it in its entirety.
What did it say?
What did I just? I got on my notes.
You thought the theory.
Yeah, I'm talking about exactly what it said. It was all surrounded about the exact wording of what was in that book.
The wording is pretty elaborate. I'm glad I got to get those that lore dumped, because that was I'm glad you guys finally have it. And now I can stop almost writing a song for that Colleen poem. The longer I sat with it, the more I started playing with GarageBand and just like making it was getting good. Yes, yes I am. Let me see. I didn't get very far.
Okay. That should have been playing behind Azrael.
Probably.
Yeah, how'd you like that grab Samson's loot thing, Chris? That shit was epic.
Yeah. See, I didn't like it the first time, and then X came right behind you, and I'm like, all right, no, we gotta nip this in the butt right now.
That was honestly hilarious.
Yo, when Greg did that shit, I was crying, yo.
Like when you did it, it was like, all right, that's some Midas shit to do anyway. But X, nah.
That was such a great pull for X doing it.
Genuinely hilarious when X did it. Like, I did not see that. Good job, Greg.
Good session.
Yeah, really good session.
Yeah. It was funny.
This is exciting. I'm so glad you guys finally put all the information out there. You guys shared pretty much everything you know. It's so finally.
That was funny because Asai was acting like he wasn't trying to.
That was great. That was great. He's like, meh. Let's hear what was said first.
Yeah, I never agreed to that. No, I didn't.
It's a social contract.
I never agreed to that.
I mean, it is what it is. It was just grimy.
Yeah, it was Assad's choice to maybe not share. But I'm not glad he finally got cornered. It is surprising that he finally got called out for being like, nah, that's my information. Y'all need to hear about that.
I mean, it just kind of showed who he was. He showed to the group like I'm trying to hold things from y'all. And I'm letting you know I'm trying to hold things from you.
Nah.
The kicker was, I'm not keeping any secrets. All right, man. All right, cool. But I also won't share any information.
Not see. All right, I understand how everyone feels, right?
Hmm.
And you're completely justified feeling that way. Now, Assad has been giving out information almost every time he's gotten it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How are you feeling about the Tiamat Connect now? That the name keeps popping up.
Oh, that's really interesting. Now, because she was enemies with Kaleem and Azrael, I didn't know, So she ended up being enemies with Azrael. That was like really interesting. I don't really know what to deduce from it, but like Kaleem paid a pretty steep price for not killing her.
I mean,
It's great. It's great.
not. I mean, that side thing was just weird.
How did Assad get connected with Tiamat in the first place?
When he went to River's End, to the thicket, and was just killing time talking to Miri. Miri was like, "Hey, because the ruse for why all those people popped up in Miri's district was that Miri was doing one of her bi-monthly communions with the gods, where you can come and ask her to ask a god a question, and she'll ask them, and if they want to answer, she'll tell you the answer." And she told Assad, like, "Yeah, there's a couple that have their eye on you if you want to ask any questions." And she said, "Which ones?" No, I think I gave Nashawn a list of all the gods, and he picked the ones he wanted to ask questions to.
And of all the ones,
Well, he had a couple of them responded to him. He got a couple. He talked to 4 gods. 4 responded, and Tiamat, like, Miri didn't want to tell Assad what Tiamat said, but she's like, "Whatever, you're an adult." And she's like, "Yeah, Tiamat said this," and she says you can speak to her freely whenever you'd like to. You don't have to go through me. And Assad was like, "Oh, bet," and then just sat down, and started talking to her. And Mary was like, "Just be warned, she is going to answer your questions, and she is going to be helpful." And so I was like, "Oh, dope." That was it. And that was it.
what a time.
Yeah, the rest is history.
See, my best friend's a green dragon, and Assad is a god or whatever.
I love it. It's great that the session where the 9 Hells comes up in full session is the session where you guys do the Kaleem legend lore. And you get some pieces kind of in the same ballpark right away. It's great.
Shaking my head.
It's great. This is all great. I'm loving exactly how this is going. I'm glad I'm glad you guys finally got to it. I feel like that's a weight off of the lore chest there. You can shuffle some notes around and pull some other things up finally.
I can stop equipping it every day.
You can stop equipping legend lore. You still have one. You have components for one more use though. But I guess it's the same day still, so I guess you could do it top of next session if you liked, if you wanted to. Yeah, and then you can put it away forever. This sword. I love how fascinated you are with this sword. When in the moment you refuse to actually get it.
Oh shit!
What?
Oh no, we don't have it. We can't identify.
No, you don't have it.
No.
That's why doing legend lore on it is going to be tricky, as I've mentioned a few times. But Midas is full steam ahead.
We don't have Kaleem. We have a dragon.
That's true. You got names.
We've seen the sword. We have a piece of paper from the sword.
Mm-hmm. We shall see. We shall see. That's exciting too, though.
If not, we're never going to do Legend Lore on it.
You're not. You're never gonna do it unless you buy. I mean, again, you just go buy the pieces yourself and ask Samson to do it. That's what Assad did.
Yeah.
We still got
buy money.
we still got one more Legend Lore left.
Yes. That one by decree is a group decision, I suppose. That's what Saloa originally bought it for.
Yep.
So, you know,
Wait, what's the PowerPoint for? Damn.
when you originally purchased the Legend Lore components, it was for the group to decide on 3 things that everyone thought was important. And you guys did 2 of them with Vezerick and Thalar. And never did the 3rd. And that's how we ended up with the one in the pocket. That's still in the pocket, which is hilarious.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know about this, that they did one for sale.
Oh, it's only 450 gold. Okay.
Yeah, it's not crazy. Yeah, that's when they got a ton of information on Thalar. Yeah, you guys are just I love it. You guys are getting so much information on larger things at hand.
You don't love that.
I do. I really do. It's
Yeah, you
cool.
do.
It's cool to see the story evolve and grow, and you guys reach higher heights. And you know, it does let for you guys not to go stumbling into things completely unaware, which is good. So you
It's
know
funny
your longevity.
Mentioning you guys going higher heights, and Samson is like, maybe we should stop while we're ahead.
Not for real. The only
Yo,
reason
we
I
are-
say no, or not the only reason, but one of the reasons I say no is because Brian's not going to tell us, and it's us, so we have to learn it as our characters. Even though I'm not going to take Legend Lore on that because I don't want our characters to know or get in danger, or we'll just ask Brian to the game. Brian's not letting it. He's not volunteering that shit. So now if I want to learn about it, I got to fucking put my character at risk.
It depends. Like if we get like to the end of the campaign, book is closed, misfits are done, I may give you some of the things. It depends on if they will be relevant next campaign or not.
I'm like Assad right now.
Huh?
I may give you some.
You said what?
I say he sound like Assad.
I may tell you about it depending on what happens. I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, if Midas, this is just a bone Midas can't let go, then that's just what it is. If Saeed can't let it go, maybe don't get your character yoked up because you were curious. But that's what D&D is about, though, is,
Get your character yoked up, be curious.
yeah, that's kind of the point. Opening that door you probably shouldn't because you just gotta know what's in that door. Taking that book off the bookcase when there's only one book on the bookcase. It's like, well, it must be an important book, right?
Exactly.
Little things like
when
that.
you gonna level up? You drawing on it.
Again, you guys last leveled up in the graveyard in River's End.
That was like 7 years ago.
In game time, that was probably like maybe 2 weeks. No, River's End. After River's End, you guys went to see Anton in 2 of 3. Then you went to the 2 portals for the Feywild. Then you went back to the corridor. Then you got on the ship. Then you went to Sethret. Now you're here. It's really been like maybe 2 weeks. I gotta like map it out, but I think it's been like 2 weeks. Corridor. Sorry.
No, you said that.
Oh. You guys, it's been a while real life. You guys haven't,
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And, as I keep telling Nishan, each level up is more space in between the last. Because you got higher heights.
Level so I can turn invisible.
Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah.
Is that a thing the Way of Mercy monks can do?
Nah. You ain't hear what I said?
What is going on?
No, I didn't.
Do I do the mic again?
I thought X made it perfectly clear he doesn't like not being able to teleport and shit.
But you still want to do the. So wait, do you not want to transition anymore?
No, I don't want to transition.
Put the book down. Now you better talk to your homie then. You over here going through the steps and everything. Like why are you still in orientation?
I still need to learn who to kill.
Why? You just talked to the guy. Oh boy, man, you guys. Oh, that's great. Okay, well, I'm glad that got brought up.
I thought I mentioned it in game, just not to him.
Who else would you mention it to?
That one fight, that first fight in Sethret, where I was like, "Whoa, I can't teleport. This is what life will be like."
No, yeah, I think you said that, but I don't think you ever translated that to, I no longer want to change my class.
You definitely did.
You did not translate that to, I'm changing my subclass. Like, you didn't, you're not pump the brakes on that at all.
Yeah, people like they're stupid. Just straight up tell them. That's how I tell people. Treat me like I'm dumb. You don't know how
man.
up.
Jeez, you're about to end up like Midas and Strahd again. Like, opening doors and being like, oh, whoops, this is the wrong room.
No, man, Strahd was creepy, bro.
I don't know why you keep painting him as a bad guy. Man, they do nothing wrong to you. A man gave you a cloak so your guardian couldn't see what you were doing with the warlock shit. Man, big ups you when you were feeling bad about yourself for saving your own life. He was very supportive.
He was still creepy.
Well, yeah, but supportively creepy.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta have that guy in your corner, That's the guy you want to be on your side.
Happy I was up for this post-game convo.
I am too, actually. And like the only real reason not the only real reason. One of the big reasons I wish he was still begging with Strahd is the Anton connection to that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Trillion.
Trillion.
It'd been cool, but I wanted to be a certain type of sorcerer.
No, I mean it tracks. It's fine, but I had plans for it and I had to throw them away. Like, oh.
Yeah. I needed special warlock powers. The other warlock wasn't given.
No, that's completely fair.
Like
that's
that
that's
ring
fine.
come in handy at certain points.
Yeah, that ring's great. You guys have had great plans. Like the ring's been very handy transporting things. The plan you guys had for the hobgoblins, you didn't really fully execute it, but you had a great plan for the whole thing. You just didn't need to do it, which is great. But no, this is the campaign grows, the characters grow. I love like the little interaction between the characters now and the growing actual team turning into found family situation.
Or the actual found people, strangers turning into a team. We're getting to the family.
You guys are getting you're crossing the threshold slowly but surely. Actually kind of caring about each other in small little pieces, but it's getting there. It's only taken like 2 years, but you guys are getting there.
I think that's with planning. In the plan,
The planning and the what?
the plan's actually working out. And it's like, oh shit, maybe we should talk more. Come on.
That might be it too. The success rate has gone up, and because of the success rate going up, and like you guys can make further out plans and grander plans, like the plans for Sethret at large, and the plans to give Midas the damn flying ship, like all that you guys have to have these level of trust is growing and growing, and it's just slowly leaking into like regular conversations.
So maybe X can ask for a hit squad and not have to like go to war with people on command.
A hit squad?
A hit squad. This was offered an army, and he he's asking for a hit spot. Isn't this crazy?
You in this army thing, it's such a weird thing you keep doing with that. And saying it like it was something different than what it was. Like, what do you think you offered? Because I'm curious now.
Chris.
Well, yeah.
What did you offer X?
I was gonna make a move, and I wanted X to be the lead of the military aspect of it,
Mhm.
and then he would have complete autonomy over it. And after everything was said and done, those are his people.
It sounds a little bit more PG now than before.
No, that's exactly what it was before.
What was the move, Chris? What was the move?
I was gonna go challenge for the head family of Gilavesta.
Go to war with somebody.
What?
Go to war with somebody.
Right. Okay. You want to war with the rock?
Kinda, a little bit.
Kinda a little bit.
A little war, not a big war. World War One, not World War Three.
I mean, World War III is kind of nuke, so.
Think
let's
more
not take from that.
regional. Exactly.
More regional.
Civil War, not World War.
There you go.
Still bad, man.
Not quite civil either. Like,
Right.
I mean,
also not Palestine versus Israel. That's not a fair.
weren't you pulling troops from? These are gonna be Solora's troops, right?
What happened?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Samson's plan was to convince you, because you had Gilavesta beef as well. I believe the plan was to convince you to front the soldiers and then convince X to lead the soldiers for the joint mission of invading Gilavesta, if I'm not mistaken.
You are slightly mistaken there. A lot of it also had to do with the threshold.
Yes, it was a trade for the threshold crest. Was the trade in trade you get threshold crest for Phallus, and Samson gets these forces. That was the train of thought on that. Which would have been fascinating to see how that could have played out.
Yep.
Oh
but
man, I'm so. You remember that you still haven't given your family the instructions on the threshold crest, right?
yes.
Okay. Oh, they could have done so much research
Wait.
in this time.
No. I don't think they have them yet.
They have to. They have to. You brought 2 crests, I believe, when you took X with you home. You've given, I think, 2 crests to your sister. You just didn't bring the instructions with you when you did.
And I gave Sol one, right?
No, you have one for her. You didn't give it to her yet.
No, I already gave her hers. And she took it home. Darren took it home, right?
No, they can't teleport.
I don't think you can. Wait.
No, those people can't teleport.
I'm pretty sure I already gave her.
I believe you told her it was available to her, but I think you guys had to cut and run before anyone could come get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think the plan was for her to contact Theron to find a way to get it home, but Tanner got branded. You had to run,
Yeah.
so it never became.
No, I don't know, because I only had Oriana look after the last 2 that were in there.
I don't know how she would have gotten it.
I don't remember all the way either, but I know that there was only 2 left that I put in there for Oriana to move to a safe spot.
Did you bring 3 to Faust?
No. I am 99% sure that he got hers.
I mean, the only place it could be if she got it is still in her room, which would have Oriana would have taken care of that as well, because Gerbil didn't come get that thing. He's the only one who could have.
Midas got it for her.
Yeah, that did not make its way to Faust.
Yeah, Midas got it. It's hanging out with Midas.
Right.
They trust him.
All right, y'all. I'm out, y'all.
All right, man. Well, it is 12 o'clock. I got work in the morning.
All right.
You know, we will round
wait.
up bonus action and
I
such.
need a crest to put on my ship, so now I could disappear my flying ship. Just jump into the Feywild with my flying ship.
That'd be dope. Depending on where you land in the Feywild, mind you, but that'd be
that
dope.
thing would be crazy.
There's so many opportunities with these threshold crests.